Next lesson, periodic classification of elements. We know that matter around us is present in the form of elements, compounds and mixtures. Usually all the matters are which we are seeing is in the form of compounds or the mixture, but elements are the substance which are containing atoms of only one type. Means in a element we can see a large amount of atoms like sodium atoms, magnesium atoms, gold, etc. Okay, there are 118 known elements are there for us right now till now. Okay, in this only 94 are naturally available elements, others are prepared in laboratory. Needs of periodic classification. Why we need to classify the elements under particular rules or in some particular manner. To make the study of these elements, it has been divided into few groups in such a way that elements in the same group have similar properties. For example, if we start studying a single element each day and all, it will take a lot of time to complete all the elements to study. So what they have done, they have classified under such rules and conditions, so that in particular group whatever the elements are lying, they will be having a similar property, so that just by studying the particular groups we will come to know about the properties of all those elements which belongs to that particular group. First one is Dobbe-Runner's trade. When elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic masses, group of three elements known as trade. Trade means group of three elements having similar chemical properties are obtained. What he is saying, he said we need to arrange three-membered elements groups such that in their increasing order of atomic masses, so that these all three elements will be having same or similar chemical properties. Law of trades. They state that the atomic mass of a middle element of the trade was roughly the average of the atomic masses of the other two elements. They were saying, if we take an example of a particular trade, for example lithium, sodium and potassium, if these three are having a comes under Dobbe trades, then the mass of the middle one will be having the roughly average to the mass of the other two. One more example is here, strontium and calcium and barium. Okay, the mass of the strontium is always equals to the average of the mass of calcium and barium. See the particular example here. The mass of the lithium is 6.9, mass of sodium is 23, mass of potassium is 39.1. So to get a mass of the sodium, we need to take average of these two. That is equals to 39.1 plus 6.9 whole divided by 2, which will be equals to 46 by 2, which comes the answer 23, which is the mass of the sodium. See the next example, which is a trade of chlorine, bromine and iodine. Mass of the chlorine is 35.5, mass of bromine is 79.9, mass of the iodine is 126.9. Therefore, to get a mass of the bromine, we need to take the average of the mass of these two, which will be equals to 35.5 plus 126.9 whole divided by 2, which will come 162.4 divided by 2, which will be equals to 81.2, which is nearly equal to the mass of bromine, not exactly, roughly the average. Next example, which is a series of sulfurs, selenium and tellurium. Mass of the sulfur is 32.1, mass of the selenium is 79 and mass of the tellurium is 127.6. According to this series, mass of the selenium can be found by adding the other two and dividing by 2, which will be equals to 32.1 plus 127.6 whole divided by 2, which is nearly equal to 79.85, which is almost all equals to the mass of the selenium. One more example you can see here, that is carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, which is a simple one. Carbon is mass of the carbon is 12, mass of nitrogen is 14 and mass of the oxygen is 16. Just do this example by yourself to confirm the mass of the nitrogen, how much it will come. Okay. Limitations of this theory. Only 3 traits were recognized from the elements known at that time. All the elements were not classified on the basis of this law. If we know around 60 elements that time, then we can make a traits only from the 3 elements. Okay, so it will be very difficult to study all the elements, and not only that, all the elements won't fit in this law. We can't make the series of 3 to get the average masses. Okay. Okay, next one, Newland's law of octaves. Newland arranged the noun elements in the order of increasing atomic masses. Here Newland also arranged all the elements in the order of increasing atomic masses and found that the properties of every 8th element is similar to that of the first element. And he just observed that every 8th element will be having this property of exactly same as the first element. So he compared this to the octaves found in music and called this one as law of octaves. In music also we will get some notes. Sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Correct? So he compared the same thing to the music notes and he gave the name of law of octaves. For example, the property of the lithium and sodium were found to be same, and when we arrange it, they comes in the same group. See here, you can get the columns like this. Make a column where the heading will be sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, which is the notes of the music. 7 notes were written here. First element, and when you arrange the other elements in the increasing atomic masses, the 8th element which will be coming will be having the same properties of the first. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8th one will be having the properties of the same first one. So here we can see that hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine will be having the same properties. Lithium, sodium and potassium will be having the same properties. Again, beryllium, magnesium and calcium will be having the same properties, and so on. So till 20 we have written all these example under the Newland's. Limitations of Newland's theory is, it was applicable up to calcium, that is only for the lighter elements. After the 20th one, we are not able to say the properties, it won't hold good. Properties of a new discovered elements did not fit into the law of octaves. Day by day new elements will be discovered, but the newly discovered one won't fit into this octave rule. To fit elements into this table, Newland put even 2 elements together in one slot. What he has done, just to make this law satisfied, he has put this 2 or 3 elements in the same slot. For example, cobalt and nickel, or selenium and lanthanum, all these things. And one more thing is, with the discovery of the noble gas, the law of octave become invalid, irrelevant. These noble gases won't fit in this box at all. Next one is Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, in this it is based on the chemical properties of elements. It contains periods as well as the groups. There will be 7 periods, which is a horizontal rows, and 8 groups, which are vertical columns. And in Mendeleev's periodic table, he just arranged the elements in a increasing order of their atomic masses. The merits of this law is, some gaps were left for the undiscovered elements like gallium, scandium, germanium, etc. While making the column only, or the periodic table, he has left some gaps where the newly discovered one will fit. Predict the properties of the elements on the basis of their position in the periodic table. As they have classified it under the particular rule, just by looking at the position of the element in a periodic table, we can predict the properties of that particular elements. Accommodate the noble gas when they were discovered without disturbing the original arrangement. As we said in the beginning, some gaps were left. So, when the noble gas were discovered, they will fit without disturbing the original arrangement. The most of the elements get placed in this periodic table. That time 63 elements were known. So, all the 63 elements has got the place in the periodic table. Limitations of this Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay. After the discovery of the isotopes, position of the isotopes cannot be explained. Once after the discovery of the isotopes. Okay. Isotopes means what? One which will be having the same atomic number but the mass number will be different. Here in Mendeleev's periodic table, he has arranged the elements in order of increasing order of their atomic masses. So, we are not going to get the exact position for these elements. No fixed position for hydrogen. The atomic mass do not increase in regular manner. So, prediction was difficult. From one element to the another element, the atomic masses won't, we can't predict how they are going to increase. There will be difference in the increase of the atomic masses. So, we can't predict the position also. It will be difficult to get the position for a particular element. Wrong order of the atomic masses of some element could not be explained. Even though all the element has got placed in this periodic table, but somewhere the wrong order was maintained. So, there will be no explanation for that particular. Next one is modern periodic table. After this one, Mendeleev's periodic table has got disadvantages. They will shift to the modern periodic table. Here, atomic number of an element is a more fundamental property than its atomic mass. Till here, we are considering the atomic masses for the arrangement. But when it comes for the modern periodic table, they have shifted to atomic number, not the mass number. According to the modern periodic law, the properties of the elements are periodic function of the atomic numbers. They were saying the properties of elements are always a periodic functions of their atomic number. Periodic means regular. We will get a regular intervals, okay, for the each